Well, we're out the bush. We've been doing a bit of raking. Ant's got a signal here. The reason we're raking this ground, see how it's all stone and clay up through there? They've thrown that out of their drains. Each time they've dug a drain, they've put the waste stones to one side and the clay to one side. So we're working on the theory that there's probably left a few little tiny ones on the bottom. And so now Ant's going to prove that right or wrong. This is all ground that we've dug out in the last 15 minutes. And you'll be surprised what looks like the bottom and what actually is the bottom. There's a fair few big stones have come out of it that'll hold the coil a fair way away from what you're actually doing.
That's right here.
So Ant's working on the signal. I've got to improve my camera work, I've been told, so I'll try not to lose concentration. From here I can hear it back through the earphones. And before it was a signal, but it wasn't particularly loud. And that ground that Ant's is digging now, some of that hasn't been disturbed before. Some of that is the actual bottom that they've worked down to. So you can often get a little one that they think they've cleaned the bottom, but they've missed a crack or a crevice.
Get them. I've got a signal here.
Yeah.
And I've got another signal there.
Well, pick out the one that's the biggest, because I've got people sitting on the edge of their seats at home and they don't want you stuffing about. So whichever one you reckon you can find first. There's no reason why there wouldn't be two in the one hole. I've done that plenty of times, a lot more than two, and so have others. We'll concentrate on getting one before we start counting our second one.
I think I can see it, Glenn.
Ant's bloody hit the jackpot straight away.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's a record for Ant.
Beautiful.
Gold.
Yep.
Show me, mate.
I'll clean her up first. Doesn't look like much now. Oh. Dropped it.
If you're playing along at home, that F word, children, don't use that in front of your mother. Or if you do, say you learned it off Anthony. There he is. He's enjoying it. He reckons it tastes like gold.
Look at that.
And there it is. There it is, old stand stuffed. Look at that, a nice little bit of gold.
Gorgeous.
And all that was through from, I'll just show you around what we have been doing.
That is amazing.
These are the drains.
What a nugget.
These are the drains. And this is the sort of ground that we're raking off and digging. And all of these stones, all these bigger stones, see, they hold your coil off the air. They hold the coil off the ground. So the only way you can improve the depth is to move them, rake it flat, and then detect the signal. Now we'll see if Ant was getting two signals or one was just a shadow of the other.
I think one was just the shadow of the other.
Yeah.
Because now it's gone.
Oh yeah, so I'd say Ant was finding it with the top and the bottom of the coil.
Yep, no.
Yep.
Gone now.
Rightio. Anyhow.
Have another little look.
There it is. We're probably only 20 minutes into the game and we've got our first nice little one. Ants can relax now.
Awesome. Well done.
Big smile
Good job.
on his face. Thumbs up. Look at that.
Yeah.
See you, folks. Righto, we're back out where Ant's just got one. Raked a little bit more away. Got a little tiny faint signal, no better than a hot rock. Took off this bit of overburden here. And all that is, that's the mudstone that they've cut out of here when they've been trying to dig a tail race, or when they have dug a tail race. But it's turned into a proper signal, even though it's small here. And the reason we're keen on it is we've already got one just behind me, and previous week we've got three here.
Just up there.
Just up there where Ant was digging away. So see how you got the logs of that rock, that holds your coil up in the air. And this is the ground we're looking for, this. I will add a note of caution.
I can hear
We
it.
dug a few boot nails last week that we filmed. We didn't bore you with them by showing you them, but so they're not, it's not guaranteed to be gold, but we fancy our chances. It's only small, so I don't want to take too much out. That's a bad sign. See that? That's rust. And there he is.
Yeah. Yep.
So they're not all gold.
Oh well, next one. Thumbs down.
One of the great mysteries to me is how little the old timers left behind. You know, you'd think with working in mud and clay, they'd leave a heap behind. I've plucked this stone out of the sluice heap, and it's got a real sharp signal in it. Often you'll get a hot rock that'll give you a sharp signal, but then your ground balance will start to cut it out. This just keeps giving. I don't know that's huge because it's a good 2 inches away from the coil. So when I break this open, if it's bright red, it means that it's a piece of shit. But if it's still yellow, it means there'll be gold in there somewhere. Oh, look at that. Now I would bet somewhere in there is a little piece of gold.
Which one's it going to be?
It's still on the stone by the sound of it.
Yep,
it's on there somewhere. Now this is odds on to be a bit of gold. It almost can't be anything else. Now just make sure they haven't left it on the stone.
No.
And if you do this, if you get a signal, don't throw the rest away, because often if you get a bit of compacted clay and mud like this, it might have 3 or 4 in it. Just making sure I hadn't left a bit there.
There it is. That one?
He's in that one. As I said, you'd wonder how they bloody didn't miss a heap. There he is, look, you can just see he's sticking out. I'll squash him a bit more. Nothing up my sleeves.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Looks good.
And there he is, look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Wowee.
A nice little nugget.
That's
And
gorgeous, Glenn. That'll clean up beautifully.
Yeah, look at that. So that was in a heap of stones, and no wonder they threw him out. I mean, how are you going to know that when he's encased in that, his little Kinder Surprise, and he's got that inside him.
Beautiful.
So that's our second bit for the day, and we're on good terms with ourselves.
Well, that deserves a thumbs up, Glenn.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thanks,
nice
Ant.
one.
Good work, Ant. Rightio. Now, I've just found the tiniest little bit of gold. Little tiny bit. We didn't film him when I was digging him. I suspected he was gold, but he was that small. I didn't think we'd make a big hoo-ha about him. But I wanted to show you where I got him, and I got him right here. And the reason he's there is, this is the water drain. This is the drain that carries the water down to the diggings that they've been working on. And what's happened is, the water comes down the drain to the water race, down to their servicing, and they've got some gold, or they've got some ground they've wanted to wash, and they brought it back up here, and they either washed it in the drain or put it in the sluice box, used the force of the water to sort it, and here's their wash stones. See the wash stone? All that is wash stone. I haven't detected that yet, so we might be able to film a bigger one, but all that is wash stone that's come out of the box. So if you are following these water races along, especially not so much the water races because they go for miles, but the little drains that run off the water races, keep an eye on both sides. So here's another one. See this pile of stones here? That's been washed. And earlier on the day, I detected a rock just like that, and it had a nice little bit inside him. Don't want to drop that bugger, but he had a nice little one inside him. He had that one, and he was in a stone exactly the same as that. It was only compressed clay and little bits of quartz and various things. And this little fellow does a good job of making him look bigger than he actually is. But so if you see a pile of stones, especially near the wash race, or any pile of stones, see here, you can see these are sluice stones. See all those small stones, all that's not natural. That's been washed in that drain and tipped out of there. And admittedly, you're not going to get a big bit. But when your arse is dragging, you're happy to see a little bit of gold, like often we are. We're happy to get anything.
Beautiful.
Good
Very
work,
nice,
mate.
Glenn.
Rightio, we're following in the footsteps of the old timers. They've got all the good gold, and we're working hard to get in little bits they've missed. And Ants has got a signal here, and we're hopeful it'll be our 4th bit for the day. And we're only talking grammars and sub-grammars. We're not talking great big bits, but we're happy to see them when they come out of the ground. You're locked onto that target, Ant?
Yep, right there.
Rightio. And
Let's have a bit
it's
of a scrape.
it's not a fluke that we found this. Ant has taken all this soil off the top and took all the rocks, so some of them half as big or big as bowling balls, and put them to one side. And that's how we got down to this level. And as you can hear, Ants scraping on the bottom now. But we got a nice little surprise before. We got one fully encased in the clay,
Still in there.
sort of like a mudstone and clay combined. And that made us happy because obviously the old timers, even when they did wash the ground back to bedrock, could miss them. They couldn't see into the ground any further than we can, so they missed them. So we're relying obviously straight on the detectors. But when we get a signal that's down on the bottom...
Jeez, this is great ground.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Ants is getting excited. He's pretty up and about. He's got one in the canister and he's going for his second.
Yeah, heart's racing.
Yeah, so check him out and see if he's still there, mate.
Still in there. Can you have a listen to that?
Yeah, I can hear him as good as anything.
Yep.
I'm going to get involved and shift this bit of ground here.
Yep.
So if you're sitting at home and wondering how we managed to find them, there was a bit of preparation, a bit of work. But it's no good just going out and saying, oh, I'll rake all this area. You've got to know that there was gold found there. And it's even not good enough to know that the old timers found gold there, because sometimes they worked gold that was so small, they were getting a lot of tiny stuff like you would get in the dish, but they weren't getting nuggety gold. So you've got to try and find an area that someone has proven that there's at least one little nugget there. And then if you do clean up, you know in the back of your mind that if you get a signal, you've a chance of finding gold. When you come to Darsford, when you come along the Ballan Road, on the east side of Ballan Road as you're going into Darsford, there's an awful lot of surfacing, but there's not too much nuggety gold. It's all bloody to the west side of the Ballan Road. And you can see how it would get trapped. See the bottom isn't smooth. The bottom is all irregular up and down, and they're washing it and they're working the same as you and I. They're carrying a headache or bloody getting tired.
I think it's out.
Ant reckons she's got it out.
Not in that pile. Not in that one.
I got a bit away with the camera there. Yeah.
Here we go.
Got him in his hand.
Yep.
This is a bit like a...
This is the fun part.
Yeah,
Well, it's on the coil.
it's on the coil. Got to keep the phone not too close to
I can see it, Glenn. I can see it.
Ants can see it, and
It's a beautiful piece of gold.
he'd make a poor poker player. Look in there, look at that.
There it is.
Point him out, Ant.
Right there.
See that?
Nice bit of colour.
That's a nice little nugget.
Very happy with that one. Number
Put him
4
in
for
your
the
hand
day,
and
Glenn.
I'll show him before you clean him up. Look at that.
What?
Look at that. That's not a bad sized little bit. And you
Very
know,
happy with that.
we've been all over this ground. There wasn't a signal here
No.
until we raked it back and took the stones off. And the size of the stones we're taking off are these, the likes of these. These fellas. They're great big bits of quartz and that, and they're holding your coil away from the surface. And then this silty ground, there's probably 2 or 3 inches of this silt. That's been holding you away from the surface as well. So it's been a worthwhile exercise. Ants was looking for a drink before, and now he's up and about. Look at that. It's a nice little bit of water wash piece of gold. And
Focusing.
Ants will sleep tight, and it's as shiny as anything too.
Camera over here.
Camera's over here. Look at that. Look at that, eh? That's a nice little nugget. So I'll give Ant back his goal before he kicks me in the hand.
Awesome.
There's Ant's
Number
smiling
4.
face.
Number 4. What a day.
4th of the day. Good
And
man,
we're only
Ant.
halfway through it.
It's gone blurry. I think I put dirt on the screen.
That's all right.
Righto, we're back out. There's Ant. He's getting excited because he's got a signal here.
And she's singing.
And it's a nice little signal. He's cleaned all the overburden off, which what we've been doing. And now he's got one trapped in the clay. If we're lucky enough for him to turn into a bit of gold, he'll be a 6-1 for the afternoon. And it's about 5 degrees outside, and it's got sweat rolling off him. That's how hard we've been working. And Anne only pushes a pen during the week, so it's been a bloody...
It's my exercise for the week.
This is work for him. But we're really enjoying ourselves today. If we can land 6 in the afternoon, we'll be quite happy with ourselves.
Where is it?
Just dropped it, lost the ball at the moment.
You know what? It could be in that. Yep, it's in that.
Ah, beauty.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, Ant's done exactly the same as we did with one before.
Yep.
We've got him in the stone.
It's in here.
So we'll get a big stone to break him on. Just show me what you got in your hand
red.
there. Bit red, but that we'll know the moment you crack him in half. You'll know if he's red right through, he won't be gold.
What do you reckon we?
Yeah, put him on that and give him a whack. I'll see. If he's yellow, he'll. No, he looks all right. He looks all right to me. No, he's all right. If you get a signal out of that, he'll be gold. Take your pick back a bit.
Not in that one.
No, well, that's a good sign. You're getting a definite signal from that?
Yep.
A definite signal?
Yep.
Righto, we're still in the game, folks.
Still in the game.
If you had the heart rate monitor on Ant and went up and then it dropped down, his ass sunk to his boots. But, I'm a bit worried. It's a bit red on the back
It
here.
is, isn't it? Yep. Crack the quartz. No visible gold yet.
No.
But
You'll know if you get a strong signal, still get a strong signal.
Yep.
Getting a proper
Yep.
signal.
It's in there.
Yeah. Righto, keep attacking. These people are going to have their tea yet.
No, that one's got nothing.
So all we're doing is process of elimination. You can see what, there we go.
Hopefully it's
Oh, he's as red as bloody,
not in that one.
got a signal or lose the signal.
It's,
Getting a bit diminished, is it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad sign.
Yeah.
It's a bad sign there.
I don't think it's going to be gold.
I think we're going to break Ant's heart here.
Yep, I think so. Damn it. Actually.
No, he's back in town. I got distracted and was looking off into the bush. Any luck?
Oh, so I'm getting a signal.
Where he's-
Unless it's fallen out.
Oh,
Because it's not in any of the rocks, but I'm getting a signal around here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, there's definitely a signal there.
Right, we're still in the game.
It's in there. I can hear it.
Well, that's better than him being stuck up in that, stuck up and being in that red rock.
It's in the hand.
Right, yeah.
Whatever it is.
If it's in his hand, it's a fair chance it's a tiny bit of gold. Watch, he does line off the coil.
You hear that?
I heard it. I was very happy with it too because it was a proper signal.
I can see it.
You can
it's
see
gold.
it.
See it there?
There it is. You can just see it on the end. I can't get the phone too close to the coil.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, we had our ups and
Right
downs.
there.
But Ants has got a bit.
I was doubting it then for a bit there, Glenn.
There it is. See, there he is.
Right there. It's stuck
Yeah.
in the conglomerate. There we go.
There he is.
It's not a big piece, but it's still
No,
gold.
it's gold, and it's a lot more than
Very happy to see
about
it.
30 seconds ago when we thought there was no
Nothing
gold.
there. Yeah. It's actually pretty chunky too.
Yeah.
It's a bit bigger. It's not flat. I thought it was going to be flat when I saw it there, but
Yeah.
that's unless
Yeah, nice
it's.
little nugget. We're not bloody.
I'll clean him up a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was a roller coaster ride for Ants. He thought he had a bit of gold, and he thought he hadn't. We thought we'd have to smash his phone.
Now I'm not sure actually. It could be just a flat bit. Like all that didn't come off, but
Oh yeah, but it's a nice little bit. Just give him a whack on the quartz. We've got time. Just give him a gentle tap so he doesn't disappear up into the trees.
yeah.
Holding his
Yep,
shape.
it's gone.
So, we're
So
gonna
it's
now
just a
little
flat bit.
Just a flat bit. This is a bloke that half an hour ago would have bloody.
Oh, I mean, I'm still wrapped. Still bloody wrapped. It's amazing.
There it is.
Nice,
There
nice
it
and
is.
shiny too.
Nice little bit of gold.
Yep.
And that's our 6th one for the afternoon.
6th?
6th, I've got 3, you've
Jesus.
got 3.
6.
That's our 6th for the afternoon. Right out, and we're out.